Hello, and welcome to this week's astrology forecast. Tomorrow we'll do the Bitcoin crypto astrology forecast. But this week we have a full moon at 16 degrees Cancer on, technically it's the 6th universal time, but it's the 5th in the West. So this full moon has also got a major set of aspects that are going to continue all month, which is, the Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Mars are all sort of traveling together in Sagittarius. Can you say foreign affairs? Guess what? We've had some major events in foreign affairs. We had a foreign dignitary assassinated in Russia in the last couple of weeks, since these planets have been ganged up in Sagittarius. And then we also had, of course, the takeover of the oil tankers and the capture of Maduro and his wife in Venezuela. So this was the U.S. doing this, right? This full moon is in Cancer. Who's a Cancer? The United States. Who else is a Cancer? Elon Musk. Who's going to be feeling this major silver screws to them, right? Elon Musk. In fact, he tweeted, "This is not good," when silver was breaking out and the supplies were disappearing. Well, you'd hope he would have known that years ago, given that every single one of his multiple major businesses rest upon the ability to source and get his hands on silver. So yeah, it's complicated. There's a lot of moving parts going on, but a lot happening in the international waters. Hi ho to the pirates. There's lots of pirates out there. Get ready to hear about piracy. That's getting wild too. So there's a lot happening. Just really out on the wild open seas, okay? Just a lot of chaos and change taking place. And the full moon is bringing something to a head, something to a crisis point, something to a completion, something to an ending. And all these planets are going to move into Capricorn in the next few weeks too. So there's a lot of movement, a lot of change that is happening with this concentrated focus of planets. And these are also quite dramatically successful in military operations, as we saw with an assassination and with the capture of Maduro and the capture of a oil tanker, right? It's an actually very good time. This sort of astrological alignment would be a good time to plan a military operation. So if you're trying to take over the world, maybe plan your military strategy for whatever your work goals are. Okay, don't be taking over countries. Don't be taking over other you could beat another corporation with your strategy, but it's a good time for people to use strategy, okay? It can be very successful all month, really. So use your strategy, use your brain, put some plans into effect and watch them unfold, and they should be very successful this month. But that's not all we have going on right now. This alignment of all these planets is making some aspects that bring in opportunities. If you are able to swoop in and grab them, they're very quick, fast-moving opportunities. Certainly the banks who push down the price of silver in the paper market, as we've watched a bifurcation of markets. They've completely come unglued and separated from each other. Silver paper market is like in the low 70s, mid 70s, whereas the real market in Tokyo is as high as $130, right? So an ounce. And even in the United States, like about a few days ago, you could still get silver eagles, but they were going for between like 108 and 128. And then they disappeared. Now they're not available on a lot of the major suppliers' websites. It's gone. And if the opportunity here would have been to grab silver if you didn't have it, or if you have it, your price is going up. I wouldn't be selling it anywhere near yet. Okay, we're nowhere near even the ballpark of where silver needs to be for me to sell any of it. However, in the past week, if you took your silver eagles to the coin shop, you would have gotten over $100 for them, because they needed them to resell. They're in high demand. And Libertads, Mexican Libertads, were selling for, over 120, even as high as 130 an ounce. You can't get Libertads, Mexican Libertads, in this country. They're really hard to get. It's hard to get them. And they're really hard to get even in Mexico, actually. When I was there, there was a point where you could get them at the bank when you went in to just get some pesos changed, some dollars changed to pesos. The banks had them, but they disappeared. They took them out of the banks. And Mexico doesn't have a lot of coin shops, right? There might be a few across the border, near the US border, but other than that, there are very few and far between. So libertads are in short supply, and so are eagles, right? American eagles. So those are always going to continue to hold a very high premium because they're in demand and they're hard to get. The US has not been printing as many eagles as they should for many years, right? So if you have the eagles, hold on to them. If you have the libertads, hold on to them. Those will be good. They have a nice premium on them, but all silver is going to be good, right? That's what's been going on. So what else is happening with the astrology though? And, this is part of what the military operations have been about. Very much, it's a financial, I can't use that word. It's a financial aggression. All right, let's use the word aggression. This is a financial aggression out on the world stage, right? China has been going after the silver market and pummeling the US by doing it. Really, it's kind of they're kind of after the banks, right? And then the US turned around and went after the oil. They were like, "Oh, which also goes after China." Okay, so this is actually, battle by proxy, where they're going after each other through these other ways, through these avenues of things that are needed, right? That the country needs. So there's a lot more complexity to what's happening. And I'm the person who sees the whole wheel, the moving pieces fit together, right? That's why you follow me. I'm not going to give you just one subject. I'm going to show you how it fits together. So anyway, of course, if you want more and you want more updates, regular updates, go to my blog and subscribe to the blog. That's free. You can also become a member. We'd love you to be a member. And also in the description box below is a link to my free Telegram group where I say a lot of the things I want to say but can't say here, right? So, YouTube, they deleted my old channel the minute I said, watch out, blink, and silver's going to go through 50 back in October, and boom, silver shot through 50, got to 55. That was 100% accurate of me. And then I said in November, blink again, silver's going to go through 60, and it shot right through 60. That was 100% accurate of me. And then in Telegram, I said that before the end of the year, you'd see $100 silver. Am I right? Am I wrong? The COMEX says it's not 100, but Tokyo and China and, even the Saudi Arabia, they all say it is. So you tell me. So anyway, and that's for the physical stuff. And you could sell your silver coins for $100 if you have the right ones. And the rest of it's going to catch up. But anyway, I have a number 4 prediction for silver for January that's in my timing report for members. That's in, if you're a member, you get the timing report every month. Anyway, what else is happening with the astrology this week? These planets that are traveling together will form an exact Kapowie pattern on the 8th. So really the 6th, 7th, 8th, you could have something really big land in your lap that is a wish fulfillment, something that you want. But also there's it has a lot to do with publishing and foreign affairs, things related to people from other cultures, other backgrounds, travel, and publishing. All of those kinds of things could land a huge opportunity in your lap. And this is also more tension on the world stage, as I was just saying, right? Foreign affairs are more tense, but they're also going to lead to, more of what's going on with things like the way Trump is dealing with Venezuela. Okay, there will be more things that are going to come out about that will be beneficial for the U.S., okay? But also, there's stuff going on with other countries, okay, like Canada. Specifically, Canada is coming up on my radar right now. We should hear some news, I expect, very soon, if not this week, then later this month, about our Canadian relationships. So that's happening. That's happening real early in the week, and it's a kapow. It's going to be a big boom. Things are going to happen real fast. And then by the weekend, there's some sort of tension in family matters. Also, could be some health issues showing up for certain people in families. You could be concerned about somebody's feeling under the weather. Also, tendency to work too hard, to drain yourself. So take it easy, get the rest. You're probably going to need it. Don't be overworking. Don't be overdoing it. Take those days and those downtimes that are needed. But also, more of this military stuff is going on in the world, and we're likely to hear some unpleasant, unhappy news about aggression causing problems in people's lives, or loss of that in parts of the world. This is this is increasing, these worldwide tensions, unfortunately. So that's the overall update for the week. And did you know that some days are better than others to start things? Whether that's to launch a business, start an account somewhere, meet people, start a business relationship, just meet friends, any of these things, new people, right? Starting things for the first time. Some days are better than others for that. And every month I put out for members a good days, bad days, guideline, so that you know what days are good for starting things and what days you should avoid it at all cost. January is actually quite good in the sense that we don't have a lot of terrible, terrible days, only a couple. So you can, and we have long periods of time without bad days, which means that you can actually start something and have it last a long time this month. So, I don't even have that calendar on hand right now, but I would say starting things early in the month, now and all week, are likely to last. I don't know which are the best days to start or not. That's in my members area, but you could start new things now and have them last for 10 years, okay, and be really stable for you. So it's a good time to open an account. Like, go to Caleb and Brown, my partner, that I recommend, that I work with, because all the coins you keep in the Caleb and Brown crypto account are insured 1-to-1. So you'll never lose those coins. And that's not true of your own personal wallet. So it's true you should hold on to your own coins, but it's also nice to have some insurance somewhere. So, I keep some of them there. And you get a discount on fees forever if you give them my name. So the link is in the description box below to sign up for an account with Caleb and Brown. It would be good to do now. It would last you a long time, and it would be relatively safe. I don't know about your personal transits unless we look at your chart specifically, but overall, that account would be okay if you opened it now. So that's a heads up for you guys, and I will talk to you later. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, because tomorrow I will be posting the crypto astrology for the week, and drop your thoughts. What do you think? What do you think's coming with all this stuff that's happening this week? Talk to you later. Bye.